Hey there, everyone. This is Yui. Welcome to episode 23 of FTB University. Today, we're going to get further into PneumaticCraft. So let's get to it. So I'm going to start this off by saying I am not familiar with the mod, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So this might be very little progress. But there's a few things I want to try out, and we'll try to, just get somewhere. So I made a list of roughly some of the things I wanted to try. So let's just jump into some of them. Charging module. I saw this in the quest book right here. And this last little part here just, has me too excited there. You can teleport air. Who wouldn't want to do that? So we're going to start with that, which means we can isolate our generating stuff and our machines, and we don't have to run pipes everywhere. So I have a bunch of ender chests that I'm going to use as quote unquote batteries, I guess. I've got a charging station for testing, and let's grab two of them. So we're going to have one for input and one for output. And then let's grab, okay, so this is our battery essentially. I went with light gray, red, and light gray because the advanced air canisters are kind of that color. Yeah, that's it. No other reason than that. I did make a few. Oh, they stack. Interesting. See, I thought they would take up one space each, but they don't. Can I charge all 10 at once is the question. Just for testing purposes, let's make another one. Let's throw this separate. Because essentially that means this can hold 55 bars worth of pressure equivalent or whatever. It's quite a bit. This setup is working great. Yeah, so let's just try it. I'm a little afraid. Actually, you know what we're going to do first? Just because I found this at the very end. There's a safety thing. Did I make a... I did. Little, what's it called? Safety tube module. Is there a quest for... There is a quest for this. Where's the quest? Oh, it's way hidden up there. So if it releases when it reaches... That's not what it said, but... That's okay. That's fine. That means it won't blow up, because this says it'll release at 4.9 bars or 19.9. Basically, this vents the system if it gets too full. So that way it doesn't blow up. Oh, and you can put it wherever you want. Let's just dump it there. Receiving redstone signal, no. And then threshold 4.9. So I guess if we accidentally go over with bad logic or something, this should save us. I don't know, but I'm going to move some of this stuff anyways at some point. Oh, this goes on a little spot. I thought this was a big machine, but it's not. Okay. So let's dump it on top. Give it an ender chest. And that should start filling these. Okay, so that's a no on that one. But this one's for sure filling. Which means the pressure here should go down. All right, what if we just do that then? There, now we've got just a little bit of pressure I don't know if this is a good idea or not. This means it holds more air, but that also means it needs more air to be at the same pressure level. I have no idea if that's a good idea or not. But then let's just test it out. Let's grab... Do I have any more pneumatic? Okay, you go into this charger. Can we plug the end with it? We can, okay. And we'll say that. Hey, look at that. We've got pressure in here. Oh, that is lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little cut here. I'm going to go move this logic out of here and put it inside of the... I cleared out a compacting machine, merged it with a different one. So I'm going to move this in there, and that way we don't have to worry about it. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, I've cleaned it up a little bit. There's a chest on top. The logic for generating has been moved into here in the corner. I've given it the same directional connector as the rest of the system in case later I want to throw this stuff on a monitor. Those are actually being stored in the power thing. Which, speaking of which, 219, not great, not terrible, I don't know. But next up, we need to get into a refinery. And this is where... So there's two routes that I see, because our goal is plastic. And there's basically two routes. Yes, so we can either make it... Well, three, I don't know, whatever. We can make biodiesel, or we can just get molten plastic from this LPG. And so biodiesel is basically combining mushrooms and two plants. So if you get vegetable oil, it's a plant to get vegetable oil. And then ethanol is that culture, which is a mushroom, plus another, well, potato is what I saw. Melon works. And that gets you ethanol. So that's a easy renewable thing. And then we've got crude oil, which we can separate into up to 4 things depending on the temperature. And that'll go to diesel, kerosene, gasoline, and LPG. I have no idea what all this stuff is for. I know you can break them down to ultimately make them all into plastic if you want. But at the same time, we need, say... Oh, kerosene, I think? Yeah, kerosene makes a singularity later, which makes a creative compressor. So if we want to start building it up, we can. I don't know. So that's 4 different things to deal with. And then the LPG makes plastic. Basically biodiesel or LPG. And that's our goal. We need plastic to get started on some other stuff. Now, oil comes from, well, multiple places. Let's just, I forget where it was. Crude oil right here. We can look for it underground with the seismic sensor. I'm going to pass on that. We could, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, we have immersive engineering, so we can make a pump jack. Over here, if I check this one, there's a crude oil reserve. I forget where exactly it is, but it's around here in this little chunk. So I'm going to set up a pump jack. I'm not going to bother building it on camera. It's just right here. All these resources go through the book. Heavy machinery. I don't know. Oil processing. There it is, pump jack. That's what it looks like right there. So I'm going to build that. And then I'll be back once I've got it set up. Alright, I've got it set up. It outputs to the side here. And over here if you want. It will auto push. I've got it just daisy chained over into an ender tank. So it's working. What I'm going to do is these will emit a redstone signal, as we've learned from, you know, playing around with the other stuff, based off of its fullness level. Let's not use these wires because we want this to decay over time. So fullness level of 1, if this fills up, it'll go up to 15 basically. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So once it's a 12 fullness, what's that? That's over half. So once this tank is probably around 3/4, I'm guessing, we can probably extend it if we want. So what's that, 14 now? That'll be basically once this tank is full, it'll emit the signal and turn it off. That's the hope. Okay, so that's set up. I've chunk loaded that chunk that it's in, just to be sure. These stupid things keep attacking me. We don't need that anymore. All right, so we're good to get started. No, I didn't. So let me get a refinery controller and four outputs, and then I'll be back because it makes 4 liquids. So yeah, let me do that. All right, so who's ready for some more complex solutions? The pump jack is working great. It's already on its second tank, I believe, filling up. No, still filling up the pipe, but it's almost at the second tank. Means there's quite a bit of oil there. I've got this little area with some, you guessed it, integrated dynamics. Okay, so we check the quest book. PneumaticCraft refinery works better the hotter it is. Okay, great. So we need heat. I was looking through the quest, not the quest book. Well, I was looking through this earlier, reading up on heat, and basically you can just find a heat pipe and hit uses on it, and then there's block heat properties, and these go in order from coldest all the way up to the hottest, and then it tells you what happens if the block heats up or cools off, if applicable. So I was just looking through here, and basically, you know, we could do a torch, but it has really high thermal resistance, which says it transfers heat really slowly, so I don't know if that's a good idea. So what I'm going with, if I can find it, is lava. Decent temperature, turns into obsidian. Okay, great. So when it cools off, it'll be obsidian. I don't know if this absorbs the heat from the block or what. So I'm assuming it does. And I could be way wrong with that. Now, if you've not seen this before, inside of here, I have just a very simple lava setup. It is grabbing blaze powder, going into a squeezer, and getting piped out into some mid-storage tanks, and then finally into an ender tank. The blaze powder comes from when making fissile fuel. These crushers crush down blaze rods, which make blaze powder, and then sulfur dust is what's needed for the fissile fuel, but this blaze powder I pipe out into that chest, which is what makes lava. In case you missed it before. So I have an unlimited supply of lava because I have a blaze farm inside of the Woot Mop farm. So what we can do is link that up. Now I have exporters for fluid. 1, 2, I thought I would need 5, but I need one side for input. So input is going to be crude oil. We're just going to swap that over, so it's just going to push out to the refinery. On this side here, we have lock importers. So this will export the lava, and if it does cool off, break the obsidian. Now, like I said, I haven't played with this mod enough to know, but if it does cool off into obsidian, we need to get rid of it, and that's how we're getting rid of it. Which means I need one more spot. This is going to be, that's the storage. So when it breaks it, just throw the obsidian into storage. Done. You don't need any variables, so you don't need to be connected. I have so much junk from playing around with things or thinking about. Okay, place all fluid. No, first we need 4 and 4. Okay, pick up all item blocks. True. So we don't need to configure these. We just say if it's there, break it and throw it into storage. I'll put those in when I'm ready. So now if I grab, say, a piece of cobble, throw it here, it'll break it and put it back into storage. Perfect. That's all I need. Okay. Refinery Controller. Hang on, do you need air? No, just temperature. Okay, there we go. Filling up. It shouldn't do anything because it doesn't have any temperature. We need to get it to at least 100. Oh no, they're all 100. So 100 is processing, and then what it does determines how many of these you put on top. There we go. So 1 for each of the 4 liquids. Let's go sleep real quick before some phantoms spawn on me. Okay, great. We'll need to be dealing with those. Okay, so this should be good as soon as I start giving these guys cards. Place all fluids. There. So now it should be nice and toasty. This does not pipe out. It's a multi-block. Okay, that's a little different. So I don't need what I thought I did. I'm just going to let this build up until I have a bucket's worth of each? Question mark, I think. So here's my goal. I don't, personally, I don't want to do this. I'll just store this stuff for now and deal with it later, basically. What I want to do is set up the biodiesel instead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I've got a cell workbench. I have fluid storage cells. I've made 1 for each just so that they can. You throw it in here. And I need a bucket, I suppose, to filter it. Question. Can we use the gauge dropper? What's that? I don't know what it's clicking, but okay. Oh, we can actually use that. So what I'm going to do then is just see if I can filter these. Kerosene. Okay, great. That'll work. And then if I put this, I made a disk drive over here. So then if I throw which one's partitioned, this one. Go back out. What is it? Import. I've made 4 because I thought I would need 4, but since it's considered a multi-block, I only need 1. Okay, that should absorb the... Oh, well, see, okay, great. So we did need the block breakers because it is converting. This is not working how I was expecting. Out of curiosity then, do we have to, which one's kerosene? Second one. So I might actually need 4. Oh, okay, I do. Well, let me set this up then. So that'll keep the kerosene out. And let me do the same thing for the rest of these. To empty this, I'm just going to grab a tank. Any tank, it doesn't matter. Let's just grab a regular mechanism tank. Throw it down. Import. Throw the importer on it. Empty it. And that's how I'll get it out. So let me finish setting this up and getting stuff for the biodiesel instead, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got a bunch of stuff set up. Let's see if we can get it working. First thing I did was so I can monitor the bars. I just created another string based off of the values inside of that compact machine. That's the word. It seems a little high, but that's because it's still balancing. I had to upgrade this guy, so I just went all the way up. We've got a 5x5. Pressure still building, so we're doing okay. I needed to make this fluid mixer, which requires these turbine blades, which requires 2 inputs, and it wouldn't let me put both of them in the pressure chamber before, so I just upgraded it all the way and it worked fine now. So that's what I did. To offset the amount, this thing is a air guzzler. Ooh, look at that. Volume, 400,000 milliliters. Crazy. So I went ahead, I made 3 more air compressors. I've changed the setup, so it's still block reading on one of them. I am outputting a writer into a transmitter because this writer doesn't seem to want to interact with, say, like redstone wires or redstone dust very well. So I'm going that route instead of multiple writers. That way I can just expand this line out if I want. And there's wire here. You can't see it because, well, magnesium. And here's the receiver for that transmitter. It just goes right here into this wire, and this works beautifully. So all these machines will turn on or off at the same time. And then I've got this directional connector so that I can pull out the air value from the NBT data. Coal's back there, air pressure's here, so I can just expand this line if I need faster air. Okay, now let's go set this up. I'm going to set this up inside of my processing stuff. So this is where all the factory stuff moved up here. I've got the presses and wires there, and this is the cells for Botania generation, and there's my, oh, I forgot to mention this. This works even better. So this is making singularities. Instead of chiseling the water, you can just pump the water straight in. I didn't know that. I didn't actually expect that to work either, but this produces so much faster. Anyways, I've got another garden cloche here. So to make biodiesel, we need 3 inputs. We need plants, so for vegetable oil. Now, if you use seeds, you get 50 millibuckets. Instead of using the actual vegetable, you get 20. So seeds. Yeah. Now, it just so happens that right here, I've got voiding seeds from the cell production. So I'm going to pipe those into an ender chest. Why? Even though I'm going right here, I'm just going to pipe it in here because I want extra input just in case. Okay, so this will fill up with those. Let's get out of here. In Botania, we're generating, oh, that's storage. We're generating cake. Cake needs wheat. Wheat makes seeds, so we've got extra seeds. Which means I can take those seeds item stack, seed, save, and put those in the same place. There we go. So now we'll have all the beetroot seeds that we don't need and all of the wheat seeds we don't need will be processed into vegetable oil. Let's go back to the factory place. Okay, this one, we also need yeast something or other, some sort of yeast culture, made with sugar, poison potatoes, berries. Well, we need this part first, actually. Sorry, yeast culture is made with mushrooms, any kind of mushroom plus water. So, mushroom. We can pipe that out. That will go into one of these thermopneumatic processing plants. Well, actually, we could just put this right here. Here's our water. No, put that on top, please. All right. Plus mushrooms, and now we need pressure. Pressure will come from... wait, let's branch this out for a second. You're not going to auto export, correct? So I would need a dispenser upgrade in order to do that, so we'll just pipe it out, which means we'll need a space. Okay, so that'll make our yeast. Yeast goes into... Oh, I keep doing that. Yeast will go in with the melon. So, actually right down here. Or, yeah, right here, melons. This is made for the ethylene production, but there's way too many melons. So using the excess melons, we can just use those right here. Okay, so you out. Let's get that connected. I'm not going to put pressure into it just yet, not until I'm positive. Okay, and then you go this way. So that'll make yeast. The combined with the melon should make the ethanol, because melon is not used for vegetable oil. And lastly will be the vegetable oil, which will be the seeds. And then grab 2 fluid ducts, whatever you want to call them. I always go back to the thermal for whatever reason. They're pipes, mechanical pipes. There you go. And that will pump into an ender tank. So this is where I'll have biodiesel. Actually, I have no idea how much of this stuff I'll need or how fast it'll get used. So I will put just a buffer tank. Get rid of that, and one more mechanical. There, so now we have a buffer tank, and these pipes actually hold quite a bit as well. Alright, you need pressure, or what did you need? Okay, just pressure, no water, so we're good, I think, as soon as we give it pressure. Let's go... it doesn't matter. We'll just put it here. Oh, no, wait, I'm missing something. This is incorrect. This is the ethanol. This is the vegetable, whatever. That will go here. I missed a step there. Then the fluid mixer will make the biodiesel. There we go. Okay, let's recap real quick. Mushrooms plus water will get us yeast culture. Yeast culture plus melons will get us ethanol right here. Then seeds plus pressure will get us vegetable oil. Nope, wrong one. Right here, using this bottom recipe. And then both of those combined in a fluid mixer will get us biodiesel plus apparently a drop of glycerol, which will have to go into storage. I didn't leave room, so we're just going to pipe out the bottom. And I think we can use those for speed upgrades. Okay, everything should be good. And then once I put this chest here, it'll start building up the pressure and start working. It requires temperature. Oh. This one's good. This one needs to be warmer. Let me... Dang. Well, let me figure that one out, how I'm going to do that. Wow, that's, what you would call a pain in the butt. I've got it, what seems to be stable at 42. Yeah, it's not going up or down anymore. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this, but it might be okay. Okay, so let's talk. Heating it with just a torch, it just goes up and up and up and up. So basically what you have to do is you have to balance input and output of heat. And so I'm balancing it against air. I'm leaving the bottom empty, so it's dissipating via air. Air dissipates it very slowly to get heat in, and I did not think about this earlier until, I decided to try it and it worked. I'm using a resistive heater. I have this set to 16 ticks using ultimate cables running how far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 16 ticks running 7 distance, offset by air, and it seems to be stable. So I don't think I have to worry about this. I think it's good. It took me lots of playing around with this to try to get it to balance. And you had to wait for this to kind of stabilize, but this is still going down ever so slowly, so I don't know, but it's working. Do we actually have this stuff? Oh, you suck. Oh, no. Man. I'm gonna have to do the same thing again. Balance. Oh, wait, can I? No, I can't because I need 2 sides. Oh, boy. Well, let me reorganize this. I'm going to have to move this pipe here because I need a second side on this. Because it needs temperature too. So let me do that. Okay, we're right on the border. 32 here, and this one's at 31. But it's done. Both of them have air underneath, so it's empty underneath. I've just connected the cable over and jumped it up 01, so it's at 17, and what's this? So that was 7 that way. Plus another, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, 7 that way. And it seems to be stable because it's been running for a little while now. Because I crashed and had to reload. Yeah. Here we go. So we've got just a tiny bit. But this should, in theory, run forever without me interfering. So it's perfect. Just the way I like it. I don't have to deal with it. And that'll get us biodiesel. Let's get out of here. Pressure has, I think, stabilized in the network. Yeah, it looks it. There's that. And so here's what we're going to try now. We've got... I don't know if this works. Small fluid tank and thanks, dog. Small fluid tank and a heat frame. Supposedly I could put this on here, but that's when I crashed last time. We'll see if it works out here. I don't know. So no. See, I don't know how to make this thing work. I can't put this down. I can't. Can be placed on any inventory. It will only succeed when there's room in the inventory for the... I have no idea. I guess we'll just go the other route then. So, pneumatic plastic. So molten plastic. Can we cast it? No. Can we basin it? No. So it's just throw it in the world. But see then, Does it actually need a liquid inside of it first? Let's try that. Oh, the creative thing requires 512 buckets to get one singularity. We need just one. So I have 2 tanks here. Let's just go 1, 2. Throw this back here. Oh, wait. This is diesel. We're missing a step. Okay, let me get that. That's another thermo. So it requires charcoal, not coal. LPG plus coal will go there. Biodiesel plus charcoal will go to plastic. So we need charcoal. I have a little bit, but not much. So what we're going to do is come in here. We're going to make a processing pattern. Oak to charcoal. Perfect. I got to find the smelter down here, all the way at the bottom. Get a crafting card. Get an exporter. Let's move this whole thing. No, not here. Put it here? Yeah, let's put it there. That way I don't have to run a cable too crazily. We're going to export. Nothing for now. We'll just leave it blank for a second. Let's connect up our charging network. Keep wanting to hit shift, but if you hit shift, it puts it on the opposite side that you're looking. Okay, that'll give you power. I say power, but pressure. And that. Oh, don't say you're going to need some weird temperature thing as well. Okay, that's good. Then export charcoal, and if we don't have it, craft it. And now that'll slowly go up. Seriously? Required temperature greater than 100. You know what? I'm not doing this again. This doesn't have a range. So just give me a heater. Give me a entangle a porter. There. And that, oh, well, that's plastic, but now I've used up all the sides. I could actually do this for down here now that I think about it. I didn't think about it at the time, though. All right, we'll go under. We'll extract here and run it. Well, I want to run it this way. Disconnect you. Okay. Like I said, 2 tanks worth. Extract. You can fill up here, fill up here. And then it's experimenting time, I guess. Oh, that's going to wait till it fills it all the way up. Oh, no, it's not. It's splitting it. Okay, good. I was hoping it would split it. Tank here, so you should get a tiny bit. Oh, yes. Just what I wanted. That way it'll split it up until these are full, and then the rest will go straight to plastic. That way I can have these in the background just for later, just in case I get towards the creative side. How much do we need? We need a whole bucket, I think. Yeah. Can I put you on now? No. So, I'm just gonna... I don't understand this heat frame. Oh, maybe I do. Uh-huh. Well, let me wait for this to get more plastic. Okay, so this, it looks like you need to cool it. It didn't actually convert it. I just dropped the bucket in world, and it instantly converted into a plastic sheet. So we're gonna do that instead. I was gonna do integrated dynamics and just use a fluid exporter, but I figured let's just save a variable card and try something a little different that I didn't get working last time. Fluid output. So all these sides are going to be set to output when I first place it down. No connection on all sides. Great. Opposite side. Oh, that's perfect. Actually, let's do... You're nothing and you are input. Okay, so then if I pipe water, or not water, molten plastic into here, it should dump it down here. Molten plastic will convert over into actual plastic, which is an item. So we can pick that up and throw it into our ender chest for storage. And we'll use a factory hopper for that. Continuous, stack size all the way, sure. You're not going to need any range, really, so I'm just going to increase it by 1. Just to make sure. And then... Oh, of course, my magnet. Why not? But we should be getting a little bit, I think 3, up to 3. Maybe. Maybe just 2. But there you have it. So, very slowly, over time, we'll get plastic. Oh, there was another one. Just go in there. We should have 4? Perfect. So until these fill up, it's going to be a real slow trickle of plastic. But it'll work. So, that gets us plastic, which unlocks getting some of the advanced stuff, I think. I don't actually know. Transistors. Oh yeah, see, we need the plastic in to get to the circuitry stuff, so we're good. We definitely needed that. So that's a good stopping point. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.